Hi, this is Irina Slutsky for Geek Entertainment Television, and we're on location at Ritual Roasters, and I'm here with Kent Bai.
Hi, I'm Ken Bai. I'm with the Echo Chamber Project, and I'm doing a collaborative open source documentary looking at the pre-war performance of the mainstream news media.
Okay. Well, I wasn't asking you what you were doing just yet, so
Sorry,
you're getting ahead of me. I just wanted to say that I don't know if you know this, but Ritual Roasters has already been profiled by Wired magazine.
I was not aware of that.
It's a very, very fancy location for geeks to get together.
Yeah, it's very nice. I'm impressed. There's lots of laptops here.
So you're trying to break through.
I'm looking specifically at how, building up to the war in Iraq, the media became an echo chamber to the countdown towards war. And so what I did is I recorded the ABC, CBS, and NBC news footage for the 5 months leading up to the war. And then I went out and interviewed 76 different journalists, think tank scholars, media critics, all looking at why the media just sort of saw the war as inevitable and why they weren't including a lot of skeptical perspectives and points of view.
What are you talking about? The media did a fine job reporting. And I must say, who is the fanciest journalist that you interviewed?
Probably Bill Plant of CBS News. He's the White House correspondent.
What was he wearing?
He actually put on makeup before I saw it. It was so surreal.
So how difficult was it for you? Like, how difficult was it for you to get through to some of these people? Like, did you have to convince them? Did you have to, like...
Yeah, I found that as long as you get people on the telephone to ask an interview and you follow up with an email or you try to sort of like ask them and pitch them and you're very enthusiastic, it was surprisingly easy. But at the same time, I was also rejected a lot.
Who was the bitchiest person?
I'm trying to remember. I mean, the bitchiest people were the ones that said no and didn't grant the interview. So
like Entertainment Weekly didn't want to talk about their coverage of the war?
Probably Bill Kristol's sort of assistant. I tried to interview and then they were like, you want to do a documentary about how the media became an echo chamber?
So how can you apply your process to porn making, collaborative porn making?
Well, what you want is sort of a power law distribution of the good porn versus bad porn. And just the same, you want the good sound bites and bad sound bites. So you want to be able to have folksonomy tags sort of gathering and use the wisdom of the crowd to sift through the good from the bad, whether it be porn or news or whatever else. So
how can you trust the wisdom of the crowd that you're going to get good porn?
The Echo Chamber Project, I'm not doing porn, but I'm doing the news. So I'm going to try to get as diverse crowd as I can get to get as many different perspectives and points of views as you can. So with the wisdom of the crowd, the more diverse the population contributing, the better. So however you can do that. And it's going to be dependent on the site. So what I did is I had volunteers transcribe the text of these interviews, and then what I'm going to be doing is parsing them into sound bites, collecting folksonomy tags to be able to sift through the good and the bad, but then to also sequence them. So to use a browser-based system to sequence these sound bites together, and then to be able to take those good edited sequences with Final Cut Pro XML and be able to dump it back into my editing system.
I think it's time to bring in Boris, because I have no idea what he just said. If you were talking to my father, Boris, how would you explain that without using XML or... Right, so just...
I would say that typically whenever documentary films are made, you take a group of editors, maybe 3 editors, you throw them in a cave for maybe like 5-6 months, 3 months, whatever, but those 3 people are the 3 people who are going to decide, along with the director coming in and out, what the film is going to be. What I want to do is to take all this footage and to open it up, put it on the website so that you can get lots of people adding their context and meeting what's good and what's bad. And people could not go to my website yet and be able to do this. This is what I'm proposing. I need codering hope, any...
Hello?
So I'm still building this system. I've got all the theory down at echochamberproject.com. I'm just trying to put it together and make it happen.
What is your word for the future of the media?
It's going to be Participatory.
So participatory is the word for the future of the media. Here with Kent Bai and Irina Slutsky. Good night.